You are now watching Zach Lesage, the best place to learn about competitive Pokemon TCG. Let's get it! Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Zach Lesage here. We're going to be going over a new Astral Radiance deck profile today, and that one's going to be on Palkia VSTAR. Now, Origin Form Palkia VSTAR is going to be the front runner of the set. So you know how every set kind of has those like big decks that are coming out? I mean, we saw Fusion Strike with Mew, Arceus, and Brilliant Stars. I really think that this is the set where Palkia VSTAR is just the clear best. You can see it's a Subspace Swell attack, allows you to do 60 plus 20 for each bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent. So this kind of has takes from both kind of like a Suicune-esque deck, but you also have Star Portal that allows you to accelerate energies. So based off an Inteleon engine, this deck really seems to like be a front runner in this format. So in this video, I will be sharing my deck list, explaining it in full detail. The list is also going to be in the description, so check that out. And by all means, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to this video. Would love a little extra help with the channel. I'm finally feeling a lot better. I know I've said that a few times, but I'm feeling absolutely great. And let's jump into the deck profile, see exactly what's going on here. So starting things off, we're going to be going with a Sobble Drizzile Inteleon lineup. So Sobble's going to allow us to go keep calling and get out other Sobbles. And I mean, that's a fine bonus attack, but reasonably we're going to be using Shady Dealings to search for a bunch of different trainer cards depending on the situation that we're looking for. I'm also going to be playing Inteleon to either use Quick Shooting or to use Shady Dealings, so we have those kind of combo pieces. I might want to add in either another Shady Dealings Inteleon or another Quick Shooting, and or both, depending on how this deck plays out. Palkia V is really going to be one of the first cards that we're going to be seeing in this deck, and Palkia V is okay. It has an attack that allows you to search for like a support or a stadium card, but reasonably what we're going to be doing is evolving it into Palkia VSTAR, so it's really just going to be a means to evolve. But do look out for opportunities where you are able to accelerate energies with Star Portal and make things happen. I think that's one of those things that I like to say is we can make things happen. Origin Form Palkia VSTAR is going to be all about having your bench up and your opponent's bench up. Ways to get around this if you are playing against a Palkia deck would definitely be Avery, Collapse Stadium. We do have stadiums to get around those cards, but doing 60 plus 20 for each bench, doing some quick math, we have that 60 base. If you have a full bench, you're now doing 160. If your opponent has a full bench, you are now doing 260 damage. 260 damage plus Choice Belt equals 290 damage, and that's really why I decided to add in the next card. I've seen a few other lists floating around on YouTube and Twitter that have played the Radiant Greninja or the Sparkling Greninja. So you have the ability to discard a card, an energy card from your hand, and draw a couple cards, which could be really nice with your VSTAR ability. But I do like playing the Radiant Hawlucha in this deck. So I think Radiant Hawlucha allows you to have it out against Mew VMAX, and that's something that I think is really important because Mew VMAX and a few other VMAXs, you want to be in the range of getting that knockout. Quick Shooting isn't always an option with their Fusion Strike energy, so keep that in mind. It also should be noted that Star Portal to me is one of those abilities, VSTAR abilities that I should say, that we might not necessarily see turn one because it's really easy to get things going with either a Melony or a Raihan or just naturally attaching energies. Star Portal can come out of nowhere and accelerate energies. One of the Pokemon that I really like powering up is the Starmie V. I don't see that enough in a lot of these lists, but it does have free retreat, which is really nice to just have a free retreater in these decks. But you could kind of drop it down, Star Portal to it, and then be able to go Energy Spiral, so doing 50 damage times the amount of each energies attached to your opponent's Pokemon. This could be quite a powerful attack if you find yourself playing against an Arceus VSTAR deck, especially after they use Trinity Nova or Trinity Charge. I find that even against a Mew deck, a double turbo in play and maybe three copies of Fusion Strike energies, or against a Darkrai deck. There's quite a few decks that have a lot of energies in play, and I do like that you could drop a Starmie, get a knockout out of nowhere, and be huge. Another card that I decided to include in this deck is Manaphy. This is beyond the wake of European International Championships results. I still think Rapid Strike Urshifu probably has a place in this format. We want to basically be able to block our bench off a little bit. It's also particularly nice because Origin Form Palkia VSTAR is weak to lightning, and that's one of those things where we might find ourselves playing against an Jolteon VMAX deck or something like that, and this gives us the opportunity to just not have our bench getting destroyed. We do have opportunities to kind of just build up. Basically, they're just doing 200 damage at a time. We might be able to outpace them. That's all I'm trying to say. Our border and item lineup is going to look very similar to what an Arceus VSTAR list is going to look like. So we have Professor's Research, and we can search those out with Drizzile, and that's nice to get some water energies into the discard pile for Origin Form Palkia VSTAR's Star Portal ability, and also for Melony and Raihan and things like that. Have a couple bosses orders because you want to be able to focus on the Pokemon you want to be able to bring up. And of course, we have a copy of Pal Pad in case we want to reutilize some of these supporters. You can see after this point, it's a one of city. There's a lot of different one ofs. So Marnie is a great one if you don't really want to dump and draw your hands. And then we have the new copy of Roxanne. Roxanne's a card that I think is going to sneak into a lot of decks like this. So you can only play this card if your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards remaining. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck. Then you draw 6 cards and your opponent draws 2 cards. So you could really kind of screw up your opponent's hand. Pairing that with Path to the Peak, so shuffle and draw 2, also playing Path can be amazing. Raihan we see typically in decks like this. We could just kind of power up a Palkia VSTAR in a single turn without using its ability in case we want to save it, or if we're under Pathlock or something like that. Same thing with Melony. We have enough water Pokemon that we could accelerate energies to. That's great. Should also be noted for Raihan as well that you could power up the Shady Dealings Inteleon and attack with Aqua Bullet, which is quite a strong attack. We also added a copy of Klara in case we need to get back any of our one-of cards here or there, or let's say we have to discard something earlier along the way. It's also nice for Manaphy to get that back as well. And water energies are something, if we have too many in our discard pile late game, it is an opportunity, especially with Pal Pad. I know a lot of players have that argument of Ordinary Rod plus Pal Pad and Klara and stuff like that. We play Pal Pad. I like Klara a little bit more. Another card that we're going to see here that it's new is going to be Irida. So search your deck for a water Pokemon and an item card. So this allows us to kind of get a free search with Drizzile and get out like a Palkia VSTAR or something like that. I think it's a cute concept. It's something that I don't necessarily know if I'd be playing it fully in the deck. To me, it seems like a water type Piers in a way, because it allows us to grab a specific card and then another specific card. But I do see situations where we could be grabbing a Capacious Bucket and a Palkia VSTAR. It allows us to break up Drizzile when only searching for one might be a little bit too difficult. So I like that option. 4 Level Ball, 4 Quick Ball, and 2 Evolution Incense, 2 Ultra Ball I think is very standard in these Inteleon lineups for VSTAR decks. So we're just trying to search out our Pokemon. Scoop Up Net is for allowing us to reutilize our Inteleons and our Drizziles and stuff like that. Capacious Bucket works out really nice here to grab out some of our waters. It also allows us to get them in our discard pile if we are trying to use something like Research, so we can pitch. I might actually minus a Capacious Bucket, but I do like having opportunities to grab out energies ASAP. Echoing Horn is going to play nicely with Palkia VSTAR's attack. So Palkia VSTAR's attack, again, we can lift back a Pokemon on their bench to do more damage with Subspace Swell. So we have a lot of ways between Echoing Horn, Choice Belt, Sparkling Hawlucha, Quick Shooting, to really increase our damage output, and I like that a lot when it comes to these decks. I did add a copy of Big Charm because I do think it's nice to have 310 HP as a 2 prize card Pokemon, and especially since we could search for anything, I think it's cool. 1 path, again, for that Roxanne play, or if there's anything that's really relevant. A Training Court to get back some energies, and 7 energies seems enough because we have a lot of ways between Melony, Raihan, Pal Pad, Training Court, Klara, and Star Portal to get them back and manipulate them throughout the deck. So I think that it's a pretty well constructed take. Again, it's an early list, and some of these cards might be taken out of the deck, or you want to know what, I might just be like, yeah, you want to know what, I do want to rip a certain card out of the deck. Starmie might not be cutting it. This is where these early lists are from. I do use Justin Basil for my translations, so if there's anything here that you haven't necessarily got a chance to review yet, check out their website. I'm also gonna have a link in the description below, so check that out. Well, that's what we got going on for this video today. Hopefully you enjoyed learning up a little bit more about Origin for Palkia VSTAR. It's one of the most exciting cards coming out in our Astral Radiance set that's set to be released May 27th weekend. Might get a little bit earlier at your local game store or at a pre-release or unofficial pre-release event, but it's definitely a card that I'm going to be looking out for, and I'm going to be constructing a buy list relatively soon once we get the full kind of English set release. So stay tuned tuned for that if you're a YouTube channel member or a Decklist hookup member on Patreon or anything else like that. I do offer a lot of goodies there, so be sure to check out the Discord server. I'm going to be cooking up some Astral Radiance lists. I'm also going to be working on Brilliant Stars format and just other general format information as well. So there's a lot of content coming up, but I would love to hear what you're looking for. We will be doing some more tabletop gameplay, likely featuring this deck and other decks as well, so stay tuned for all of that. I will catch up with everyone later. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to drop that subscribe, drop that like, drop that comment. It really helps boost the YouTube algorithm. And if you are looking to get a little bit more from me, feel free to hit me up for a coaching session on Metafy. And if you are looking to pick up any of these cards, go to PTCGO plug in code ZLSAJ5, or you can go to AtlasTCG.com and plug in code ZLSAJ8 for some of those physical cards. Take it easy, everyone. Have yourself a wonderful week, and stay tuned for more great content. Peace out and have a great one. Are you trying to get better at Pokemon TCG? Well, if you are, you're in the right place. I offer coaching at metafy.gg/@ZachLesage. That link is in the description, and you pick up a coaching session from me and book it on the website. I likely have availability this week, and you can see exactly what my availability calendar is at any given time. I offer training plans to help players get ready for any of their upcoming events, including getting all the way to the World Championships, or you can pick up a one-on-one coaching session from me and learn the game at your own pace. I offer a variety of opportunities for players to get better at the game, and it's one of those things where there's a lot of players who I've turned into regional, international, and even a world champion along the way. If there's anything that shows, I have an FAQ on the website, so by all means, check it out and get better today. I'd love to help you on your Pokemon journey and be absolutely amazing to see your growth. Check out PTCGO.com, the best place to get Pokemon TCG online codes. There's a lot of selection available, and I have a discount code available for the website as well. You can pick up any kind of cards, just going up here. You can add them to your cart in any quantity that you need to get the cards that you need. And you can go to the discount code right over here, and you can put in code ZLSAJ5 to save 5% on your next order of codes. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me. And my goal with this channel is to spread my love of the game and knowledge with our entire Pokemon TCG community. If you haven't already, help signal boost this video to other Pokemon TCG fans by liking it, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Hopefully we reach our goals really soon. Check out this recommended video and have yourself a great day. Thanks.